Start the recording.
Oh,
Now we do the thing. Now we alter for whom's beyond calling. Yeah, that Joshua world record speed Stanley Stanley Parable speedrunner. And he taught me the game, so I'm playing it. Stanley's. Yeah. Okay, I actually did it right this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set
Yeah, so this is the Stanley Parable Ultra
and
Deluxe.
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
And this is the 80% category because this game technically has an ending. Like an actual ending, kinda.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Even though this game has multiple endings. Don't think about it too much.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible.
it has like a final ending to the story. If you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Stanley had
This is also massive spoilers, so if you ever want to play this game,
had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and
Just a
explanation that
recording?
would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Whoosh.
yo, gold. Trick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Fuck.
I think you do not want to
All of
pause
his
like
co-workers were gone.
immediately.
Stanley
You want to
simply
wait
couldn't
a
handle
split
the
second.
pressure.
Okay,
What
well,
if he
I got
made
it
a
now,
decision?
so.
What if a crucial outcome
Yeah.
fell under his responsibility?
Just a tip.
He had never been trained for that. No.
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this
This
not
is
a
the
record
pause
of
menu
the
is
meeting room,
extremely
and
broken
Stanley
in
knew
this
it
game.
perfectly well.
So
Perhaps
I
he
just
wanted to
triggered
stop
one
by the
ending,
employee
and
lounge
while the
first,
dialogue is
just
playing,
to
I'm gonna get
admire.
another one.
Wow. Yes. This room. But eager to get back to business,
So that you can
Stanley
unlock
took the
new
first
content.
open door on his
Yeah.
left.
You have to get 3 endings to unlock the deluxe, like
Stanley was so
DLC.
bad
So
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ah.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the...
So
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
So that
to go
only
to the
loses
meeting
7
room.
seconds.
Perhaps he
Cool.
had simply missed a memo.
that's a lot.
Oh, new content? What does
It
that
is.
mean?
New content.
What does that mean?
New content. Alright. Here's where we get the main glitch of the game.
In
You-
like 2 minutes.
Hello.
Yeah.
and Thank you for playing the
With
Stanley
downtime.
Parable Ultra Deluxe.
With downtime in the middle.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a
It's
video
like
game
this.
released in
Speedrun is like an
2013 on home
advanced
computers.
walking simulator.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was
I don't know how to.
expanded
I don't know
2022
if I would
with the
call this
Stanley
speedrun a
Parable
walking
Ultra Deluxe,
simulator.
a reimagining of the game for
I
consoles
don't think you
and
can
home
call it that.
computers.
No, there's too much tech in it.
The
Honestly.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world
This
of the
game
Stanley
is, like-
Parable, delighting audiences.
This game has
the world
enough
over.
tech and out of bounds shit that
Please,
it deserves
step
to be.
aside and see what thrilling
It deserves to be,
new
like,
adventures
called a
await in
legitimate
the
speed
Stanley
game.
Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator.
If people,
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
if people can speedrun Guitar Hero, we can speedrun this.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready.
New
Let's do it.
content. New content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... oh,
Mostly
let's see the
tedious.
content. Give me the
Oh,
content, Stanley.
Alright. Here's trick number
All
2.
right. All right, let's see. It's...
Fuck, man. Okay, that worked.
Is that it?
That's okay.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness.
Yeah, Kevin Bryden is such a
Stanley,
hero.
I have to say,
So-
initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's
The
just
jump is supposed to be
jump.
like contained to that circle,
This is
but now we
not
have
part
it
of
outside of the
exciting new
circle.
content. If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole
I don't even
dictionary.
know
There's
if
20
this is a
hours of
bug.
new content right there. Hell, I could
There's
count to
Easter
30
eggs
trillion.
tied
You
to
could
this.
Put that on the box. The Stanley
Yep.
Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Jump
now
storage.
Over 1,000 hours of new content, and oh wait.
It's literally called jump storage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew there had to be something else.
It's in the splits.
Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying new
That's
content.
it? Oh, you
That's
must be
it.
kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is
So-
what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their
Yeah,
families
and
rush a
in one
cheap
of the
expansion to
endings,
market for
there's
no
a
reason
place you
other
can
than to
only
make
get
an easy
to,
dollar. And don't get me started on the
with
level of
jumping,
craftsmanship that's gone into it.
and if
In
you
fact,
get to
I'm
it, it's
looking
like
right
an
now at the
Elden Ring
game's
reference.
achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them
Praise
actually
the
says,
jumping.
Test achievement,
Yeah,
please
so
ignore. What
it's
quality
our
assurance
theory
department signed
that
off on this? I'm
they
infuriated
discovered the
and I'm
bug
offended,
and
I-
left it
I
in.
intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my
Or maybe
fault,
it's
Stanley.
just like
I built
people
up
like
too much
would like
anticipation
hack the
around new
game,
content,
so then they just like
It
add that
would
shit
never have
in.
lived up to such expectations.
Who knows?
Why don't we just reset
Cool
the game?
text.
So-
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley
In
Parable
maps
is
like
really
this where you
about.
see that press space
No
to jump,
frills,
I have a
no
finite
gimmicks.
amount of jumps.
Just you and me
So I can't
having
like
a
just
great time
spam
together
to like
like
waste
always.
time.
What do you say, friend?
Stanley Parable, more like Stanley Unbearable. Shut up. But in this map, I can jump for
Stanley,
as many times
come
as
over
want.
here, in the vent.
So
I want to show you something.
I'm not supposed to have jump here, but I do. And you can
Okay,
do
you remember
wacky
how
stuff
cheap
with
and
it.
unsatisfying the new Ultra
Also, what's up,
Deluxe
Absol?
content turned out to be.
Oh
It
yeah,
got
you're
me
about to
thinking
see
about
some
the past.
sick
How much
platforming in
better
like
the
3
Stanley
minutes.
Parable used to be. So I made something special.
Once we get there.
and
If
tucked
I
it away
can
here
do
where
it
the game's
correctly.
developers won't
I lost
find
Yeah,
5
don't-
minutes.
don't-
just
I
our
lost
get
5
self-locked
minutes
again.
to this split the last time, so
I
take
call
a
it
look.
The memory zone.
Take a look.
It's where
I
I've been
call it-
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful And over here...
Yeah, so here I can spam jump however long I want.
Like this stunning
And you can go on the
triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie
just discover
Stern
that?
writes, and I quote, "We're so many games that aspire to be more
You
than
can actually
games,
get
end up
on
less
top
than
of that
any form of
door.
art. Stanley Parable
fun.
strives,
It's my
and will
news
succeed
skip.
in every game ever created.
Candle
My
skip.
new
Stanley.
trick.
Every game ever
Candle
created.
jump.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable
we're
anymore.
in a DM
It's just
PC.
a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What's the optimal way to approach this trigger? Like
Here's
here?
another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.
Like
You
here?
just
Or do you
go
Stanley Parable
the
is
left,
both a richly
like
stimulating
directly left.
commentary on the nature of choice in
So, like
games,
this?
and one that offers some of the most enjoyable,
like
surprising,
that?
and
Go-
rewarding choices I've
Just
ever
turn
been
90
confronted
degrees
with in a game.
left.
9 out of 10.
So
Don't
like
you
that.
think,
You pass
Stanley?
it.
The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It
I don't
didn't
think
need
you
new
need to be in the
content.
VC.
It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time
Mifa,
collecting
I think
dust
that's
in the
how I
hallowed
pronounce your
hall
name.
of
Thank you for the
beloved
follow.
video game memories.
We're speedrunning.
These
Okay.
were simple
Here's
times, Stanley,
platforming time.
but I wouldn't give to go back to have it all
I
over
promise
again.
I'll be stopped. Alright. Here's where things get difficult.
Honestly, I
Got
could
it.
not be bothered to play this game. to
That's
full
one.
completion. The narrator is obnoxious and
The dreaded
funny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating
Funny.
than entertaining.
Oh, you
Funny. I'm not trying
you
to be
speedrun
funny.
this game.
I'm trying to
Cool.
make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful
Moderator.
of gags to insert
Action.
into the
Damn.
Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of Okay, let's see what
Okay.
this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
There we
I'm
go.
not preachy, am I?
You
can
got
tell me
it.
if I'm
Now
preachy.
don't get
Honestly, you can.
stuck
Oh,
out of
goodness.
bounds this
This is
time.
actually quite
Right.
shocking for me. I always
I know
to
what
be
I'm
honest,
doing
I
this
had
time,
always
so-
thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as
It's
light and airy
here.
as it- Well,
Last time I stood over there and I ended up out of bounds. It's pretty funny.
what an awful
And I lost
memory.
5 minutes.
What's this one got to say?
Having to reload and go back.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish
Alright,
there was a
5-minute time save. Woo! Alright.
A skip button. Well,
Hopefully get the other one.
yes, I think we can do that. Surely too preachy then. Then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment.
Your
surely
world
could
record
count.
pace?
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stan. And here it is.
Here it is.
And here it is.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty
I
of
want
time
a
for me to
protection.
deliver
Will
a-
Orion save 5
already
minutes?
did,
I
absolutely.
already did.
Oh, well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption...
Alright,
Okay, well,
this is
that's
downtime.
standard. Now, I should say
Get
that
some
the amount of
popcorn,
time the
go
buttons
take a
have been
dump.
skipping
We're
through
gonna be
has
here a
gotten
while.
Longer and longer. That last one was... Well,
Only 3
I want to say
minutes.
maybe
Come on.
30, 45...
13, 45.
Stanley, please don't push the button again.
But
It's
what
been
if it
12
isn't exactly
hours.
5 minutes?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
If anyone can predict the exact amount I'll gold by, I will...
What, 2 weeks?
I don't know. What should I do?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're
I
here
probably
again.
can.
I have had time to think about you and about...
Okay. Figure out exactly how much I'm gonna gold by, down to the second. You think I'll gold by 4... Okay. How are we gonna define this? Is it gonna be like how much I'm ahead by, or...
The game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
yes.
It was meant to
Yeah,
speak to
okay,
the
so-
human
I think
condition.
it will be-
Where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoan. They scream.
4
they
minutes, 57 seconds.
Alright.
actually,
The end is never the end, is never the
End is never the end, 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 is never. Yeah.
Orion intentionally sabotages and waits.
I would be the person to do that. Eat that.
Kinda.
Where are my plants? Give me my plants.
Oh, food. Food.
Plants.
Plant.
Okay. Trying to stand the maximum amount I can. Alright, so we have 445. We have 458, we have 457, and we have 453. And this is the last one, right? And then I move. I think it is.
Didn't I do 458?
You said 457.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, na, 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 na. I hate sand. It's coarse, rough, and irritating. And it gets everywhere. I don't like it. So, are we looking at the time on the previous segment or on the split? Is that, which one are we looking at?
Previous segment.
Whoosh.
Alright, 502. Do I hear 502? 502.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Oh, I
simply
should have
missed the
picked.
memo. Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very
I was gonna
exciting
guess
to show you.
502, but I didn't. I was like, 502? Yeah, oh no, I'm just gonna keep my.
Damn.
I should have.
Alright, I have a lot of time saved
I've been
here.
reflecting on the Stanley
You
Parable
have 5
and
minutes.
about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
I don't even think anyone guessed 456 either.
Landmark, and any
And
new
even on the,
content
like,
should
split
live up to
delta.
that legacy. So
I think
forget
I
this
was
ultra
closest,
deluxe
and actually-
nonsense. I say we take it one step
The Stanley
further.
Parable. Massive spoilers,
No.
by the way.
I'm very
So,
proud to announce for
No,
the first
Sans
time
was the
ever,
closest.
the
If
Stanley
you're counting,
Parable
like,
2.
ahead on splits itself.
Damn.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new
Yeah,
territory
Sans
we'll
was
cover
off
with a
by
fully-fledged sequel.
0.31.
An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable is going to be.
Well,
But
no,
let's
oh,
take a look at some of the features I've been developing for
facepalm.
What?
it. I figure that if I can
For
loosely organize a
45.
handful of interesting concepts,
0.69,
that
he
surely
said.
the game will sort of naturally spring up.
Not
Calling it
for
the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you
0.69.
think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it
I
even
misread
mean?
that.
But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
he
Stanley,
lost
this
a
is
lot of
very
time,
awkward.
Absol.
I hate to do this, but no? You're just going to ignore my advice? Fine. No fun
No,
new content for you then. You're the one who spent money on this
PD
game.
was, I think. No, that
Alright, I'm gonna do the funny one.
PD was off by 4 seconds, and you were off by like
What?
7.
So, Stanley,
There we go.
what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent
Nobody got
video
either
game,
number.
I can feel it in my soul.
Yeah,
But
but
we
closest.
decided on previous
Definitely a
segment.
good game in there somewhere.
But
Say,
nobody got
let's
either
do an
number.
experiment.
Alright.
I'll arrange these
Oh,
new
I'm definitely
features
golding
together,
this one, so
and we'll
we're looking
see
at
whether
previous
or not
segments.
it coheres
It is the
into a
number we are
meaningful
looking at.
Gameplay experience. Okay. Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable
What?
2, you'll run around gathering up these
What?
miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there
Absol, you were off by
I mean,
seven,
there's
like
potential
7
here, right?
seconds.
It's sort of okay.
PD was off by 4.
Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent
just
video game at all.
do
It's a
not
lot
move.
of gags.
He's stu-
Out.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
Alright.
I wanted fans
Alright, we
to
are looking
love
at
it.
previous
No matter how
segment.
good
Place
the
your
gags
bets
are,
right
they
now.
would
How
stand
much am I
on
gonna
their
gold
own.
by?
They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect.
Place your bets right
with
now.
care for the vision
Okay,
and
so
integrity
Absol
of
is
the
saying
original game.
435.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising
Okay, now he's
conviction,
changing to
"This
447.
is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Okay, 445.
Perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
I'm guessing 505. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I can't hear
All of
where
this codec is
dialogue
Okay.
is, so
506. Damn, I lost 5 minutes here too. I did not realize. I thought it was gonna be in the 4s.
Oh wait, I was 1 off. Okay, yeah.
Alright, so
Okay.
I need to
Stanley
get the
came to
left
a
door
set of
figurines
2 open
first.
doors. He entered the door on his left.
Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Right.
decided to go up to it.
Remember to pause this
Stanley
time.
walked upstairs to his office.
Okay.
You found one of them.
I got-
One of the
I
miniature
guess
Stanley
505 at the
figurines.
last second.
Reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Gaming.
GG.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. There really must be a snappier name for these.
Okay,
things. What
I
about
got out of the door.
Mini stands, Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine. Okay. Ooh, that was
Stepping
close.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush
So
to get
let's
through the
go.
story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Heisenberg says relax. Alright, I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into
Calmly.
the opened passageway.
Dumbledore asked calmly. Okay. Now we gotta get the other 30.
All his co-workers were gone.
What?
What could it mean?
What?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
the
room.
fuck?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You go over there.
Okay, I couldn't remember what to do. I got the fucking
Stanley came
blue
to a set
shit.
of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way.
I got
to
the
enter,
blue orangey.
and Stanley knew
What
it.
is wrong with you?
Perhaps
Why are
he
you
wanted to stop
blue?
by the employee lounge first,
That's
just to
dumb.
admire it. The lounge was sublime.
Yeah,
A work
Blue
of
Room
art.
is actually better than
But
I know, but I
Charlotte.
wasn't prepared for
The
it.
first open door on his left.
I mean, I don't know if you saved time still.
I complete. Probably
Stanley
not
was
because
so
I.
bad at following directions. It's
This
incredible
way.
he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm getting very suspicious of that short hallway. Because
The
every
meeting
time
room.
I
Yes, that's
usually
where
get
everyone
the
would
first
be.
one.
Stanley just needed to
And
get
now
to the
you
meeting
got
room,
the
and
first
from then
one
on, he would never be alone
first
ever again.
try, both times. I'm very
When Stanley came
suspicious
to
of
a
that.
set of two open
What do you mean, the
doors, this was
blind-
not correct
the
way to
stairs,
meeting
or-
room,
The
and
short
Stanley knew it
hallways.
perfectly
Oh.
well. Perhaps
Like you
he
got
wanted
it
to
the
stop
first
by the
time you
employee
could
lounge first,
after the
just to
during
admire
Figley
it.
segment.
Oh.
Standing now in this incredible room,
times.
Stanley but eager to get back to business,
And
Stanley took
I
the first open door on his left.
usually get it in my runs.
All right. Oh yeah, I missed this shit too.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story... What? Really?
I play that a little
In the middle of
safe.
Something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that?
I could have done it a little bit earlier, but I don't trust
I
it.
don't know how to
I don't
convince you
trust
of
like
this,
that.
but
My
I
God,
really
you
do want to
saving
help
a
you,
minute.
to show you
God
something.
damn.
And
Whoosh.
You're on like 38 pace. Split.
Stanley, I'm
I lost
sorry,
a minute
but I
here?
have to put a
Jesus.
pause on things.
Oh.
It's those figurines, those figglers.
Wait,
I
no.
haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it
Did I
just
split in the
most
right place?
intrinsically fulfilling
Yeah.
moment of your
Okay.
entire
You-
life?
you did-
Didn't
you
it
saved
fill
a
you to
minute.
the brim with inner richness?
You're just that good, Orion.
Yes,
I
know
don't know
you're
what to tell
supposed
you.
To be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Okay, I did
I
do
would
it.
love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
Think
Just one more.
I forgot to split in memory zone too, but I don't think I have like time saves. Maybe like small movement shit.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the
I
screen,
bonked.
but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
New world
And
record right
was the
here.
second
No.
Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find
Oop.
any of them, let alone
The world
6.
record I
But
got
you
is
continue to
very
surprise me in all sorts
optimized.
of mundane, unremarkable
It's not
ways.
optimized to like perfection,
Okay, let's do a little
but like
quiz.
probably 15
Which
seconds
of
of
these
time
rooms
save.
was the room you found your third mini
Like,
stand?
with good
Can you
RNG.
remember? Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the
Boss's?
third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible
Bathroom
to
skip
skip
one.
Tell him about the thing.
Oh yeah, coming back to the bathroom the second time, I got the door to stall by accident.
Oh, well, I can't actually
Like I
say
got
remember
stuck
being
in between the door and the
but it's here
thing,
in the memory
and
zone,
I'm gonna
so it
test
must
out
have
if it's like a skip later on. It
This
probably
was
isn't.
the 5th mini stand, and this one was
Not in a
really
run,
something
obviously.
special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact,
Time to watch the
because this
video.
one is particularly special to me. I made a little video to
Oh.
commemorate the occasion.
I
Enjoy.
didn't know that was a thing. Huh. Yes, it's the narrator, best boy.
Woo! Alright! Alright! Woo! I found it
You
near
found
the
it
cargo
near the
lift.
cargo lift. Thanks for watching.
God, this looks so great on my stream.
Credits directed by the narrator, edited by the narrator, music by the narrator, best boy the narrator, starring
Takes you
Stanley.
back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't
Oh
have
yeah,
spent
you
on
did lose a
anything
bit of time trying to stall the door here too.
Okay. You go near the doors, you
And then,
don't
Stanley, then we
screw
came
around.
to the last collectible, the
You
final
don't
figurine,
go
right here by
towards
red
the
and blue
back.
doors.
Yeah, I
This
went to the
memory is
back
most
here
distinctly
by
clear
accident,
in
and I
my
barely
mind.
caught
Perhaps
myself in
because
time.
It was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Copyright the
Who can
narrator.
truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a fiddly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them.
Yes.
They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Cool.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing
TV,
left to
TV,
do but
TV,
move
TV,
onward
TV,
into
TV,
the
TV.
future. Goodbye,
What are you saying?
TV, 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 TV. You ever seen that video?
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready
No.
to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes.
From the
room with
opposite
the red and blue
direction.
doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more. And here's where
Ready
I
for the
know
video
it's
again?
fast. Don't you remember the video we watched?
What? What?
What the?
What happened to my game? What?
What?
What did I do? What?
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 Yes. I love that video.
What? Where am I, bro? Okay, and I can't see.
Oh no.
The fuck?
Oh. What?
What the fuck just happened? What?
Still don't remember.
What?
Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
What
Well,
the fuck?
let's move on.
The run must go
These
on.
really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it
What?
really would have muted. the
Wow,
intrusion
legit
of
lost
collecting
the-
them. I'm
That
very
was
glad
the
we resisted
weirdest-
the
I
temptation.
legit
thing
lost like
I've-
30 seconds to a minute to whatever the hell that was.
That is.
What did I even do?
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly
That
a
is-
wonderful thing. Why does anyone
That
ever
is
choose
the
to lose?
weirdest thing I've
This
ever
is
seen.
The very first one we found in the exhibit where I
Shit always
introduced
happens
the
to me.
figurines.
Yes.
Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Okay.
Look, it's the
I've
terrible
heard
new
of going to
content
the
that we
warehouse
were
too
originally
fast.
sold on.
Breaks
I
the
remember
game,
hating
but
it
I
back
have
then.
never seen it in the
Time does
middle
go
of the
fast.
warehouse.
The
Usually it's
children
when walking
go.
into the
Who could have
warehouse.
forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
I'm not paying attention.
I've
And before
literally.
everything else,
What?
There was your.
I legit lost
usually
30
it-
seconds to that.
Orion.
Probably more,
Was there something that
It
came
had to have
before
been way
the
more.
office?
but I have no way
There's
of
something
knowing.
I feel I can remember. I can remember. I can
Orion.
remember.
What?
I've seen stuff like that happen in the warehouse, but
Yes,
I've never
I'm
seen it go
remembering
black in
something
the
now.
middle of the
I remember
warehouse
before this whole
and then come
story got
back.
started. Back then, I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision.
Whoosh.
That was so weird.
Alright. Now I'm quitting the game. Fuck off. Unable to synchronize to Steam Cloud. Yeah.
Unable to synchronize to Steam Cloud.
Alright, does this run world recording? You think?
Uh-huh. Totally. Hang on. Before we get started.
Alright, now we do that 3 more times.
Yep. It's very fun. Have you heard of Hatsune Miku?
Hi, I'm Scott, president of Domino's Pizza. Have you heard of Hatsune Miku? Yes.
You. Hey, what's the number on the keypad for the boss's office? 3.
Shut up. I'm amazed OBS is keeping up with like the Windows synchronization of like because I'm closing and reopening the game. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider.
Slider.
Why does sometimes it stall and sometimes it's instant?
Game. It's literally just
Help.
help. No.
One more.
So I was right. The first 2 are like 30 seconds. The third one is like 50 seconds, and this one is like 30 seconds also. Actually, is it? Yeah, you lost like 30 seconds.
Here we
So-
go.
Because of actual RNG. I'd call that RNG. It's more like 40 seconds. 45?
Come on, don't.
Yeah, it's 45.
Please. Okay.
Interesting.
Whoosh.
Damn. Well, looks like we'll still get sub 40. But that hurt. Legit could have gotten a 38 to that shit.
I hope someone clipped that.
And
So how's it going?
that was such BS, but I don't care. I'm still happy with this run with what I did. And obviously you can get like this is the kind of run I'd be happy with. Saying that I learned in this game. I wouldn't want to play the fucking RNG wheel getting good hallways.
I love that you got the whiteboard ending.
I couldn't remember where to go, I panicked!
I know, but
I'm gonna huddle down in shame.
so funny.
Whiteboard ending is extremely crucial to the any percent speedrun. It's this one, right? Yep. Here we go. Alright, we're almost done here. There's nothing insane here other than like some slight optimizations for menus.
If there was a way to clip through the ground, you could theoretically activate the computer early. Because even if it's not loaded, the trigger for going into it is. It's very interesting.
Also, jump storage is gone, so. Rip.
Yeah, that's what I said. If there was a way to clip through the floor. Because jump storage is gone and dead. We killed it when we restarted the game 20 times.
Right.
13.
I'm assuming it's faster to go to the right.
Yep.
I'm not mashing. Yeah, that's what you do. Why am I hearing the clicking noises?
Yeah, because you know, remember the Figley thing?
Yeah.
Where you pause and unpause? It's the same here. Or it's the same concept.
Okay, cool. Well, still in 39. I'll take that. I'll call that learned. I'll call that a learned speed game.
Eeg.
Geeg. It's I pronounce it as Geege. Because you say GG, not Gigi.
Eeg.